Shea and Wemby tied at 26. OKC's bench did the rest with 76. The most bench points in any conference finals game since the NBA expanded to a 16-team playoff bracket in 1984. The previous ceiling, 69 points set by the 1985 Lakers. 41 years. Every dynasty in between, none of them reached 70. Oklahoma City did it Friday night on the road by 15 points. San Antonio's bench answered with 23. This is the story of how Mark Daigneault refused the star-on-star matchup and how he built every primary action around the two shots the Spurs were trained to give up. The chalkboard says the depth gap was structural, not luck. Let's start with what the box score said. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, 26 points, 12 assists, 12 of 12 at the free throw line, the MVP line, the line that wins postseason awards. Victor Wembanyama, 26 points, 8 of 15 from the field. The future of the franchise, the two-way center the league has been waiting for since Anthony Davis. Star versus star, 26 even. The book says the team that gets more from its star wins. The book has been right for 30 years. Friday night, the book was wrong. Mark Daigneault did not chase the star-on-star matchup. He saw the Spurs drop coverage. He built every primary action to attack what drop coverage gives up. Here is what drop coverage gives up. The big man sits below the free throw line. He protects the rim. He seeds the pull-up jumper above the screen. He seeds the corner kick out off the drive. 2 shots. That is the trade. Pop's defense makes every possession. Shai attacked the trade 12 times, 12 assists. Every drive was a question the Spurs anchor had to answer at the rim. Step up and the corner is open. Stay home and the pull-up is open. The Spurs anchor cannot defend both. Drop coverage demands he choose. So Shai drove. 12 times he made the Spurs choose. 12 times he found the shot the defense was forced to give. Now look at who was at the end of those passes. That is where the record lives, and the broadcast cameras were not pointed there. 26 and 26. The bench at 76, that is not the stars carrying, that is the scheme breaking. Watch the chalkboard. Jared McCain, 24 points, 10 of 21 from the field, the second highest scorer on the floor behind the two 26-point starters, acquired by Oklahoma City on February 4th from Philadelphia. His first conference finals game ever. Jaylin Williams, 18 points, 5 of 6 from beyond the arc, 83% from 3 on 6 attempts. McCain and Williams, 42 points off the bench. That pair alone outscored the entire San Antonio reserve unit by 19. Here is the chalkboard. Shai brings the ball into a high pick and roll. Williams sets the screen at the top of the key. The Spurs anchor drops below the free throw line. Standard scheme. The drop has held for 20 years of NBA basketball. Shai takes one beat of drive. He reads the drop. Now he has a choice. Choice 1, skip the ball back to Williams, who pops to the slot above the break. The Spurs anchor is already below the free throw line. He cannot close out in time. Williams gets a clean catch and shoot 3. Choice 2, hit McCain rotating up from the corner. The Spurs wing closes hard. McCain pump fakes and pulls up from 16. Drop coverage is built to give up that exact shot. 5 of 6, 10 of 21, 42 combined. The drop scheme had one answer for this lineup, and Daigneault made sure the answer was always wrong. McCain was traded for in February. He is the player Sam Presti added to the roster specifically because he punishes drop coverage. Williams was already on the roster because he punishes it differently. 2 shooters, 1 scheme. The record was built before the game was played. Now look at the other side of the chalkboard. San Antonio's bench, 23 points. Less than McCain individually, less than Williams plus 1 teammate. A conference finals home game with home rotation depth, and the entire reserve unit could not match a single OKC guard's scoring line. 23 is not a cold streak. 23 is a roster decision. Look at what Pop has on the second unit. Defenders, connectors, spot-up shooters who need clean catches. He does not have a McCain. He does not have a Williams. The Spurs were built around Wemby's gravity at the rim, not around shooters who punish drop coverage above the break. Against an OKC starter unit that pressed up on every catch and rotated tight, the Spurs reserves had nowhere to manufacture points from scratch. Now the steel man. The honest counter-argument goes like this. If Wemby plays 45 minutes instead of 35, San Antonio wins the bench minute battle by just being on the floor. Wemby is the best player in the building. Stretch his minutes and the bench problem disappears. That is real. It is also wrong for May. Wemby is in year 2. The Spurs are not burning his playoff legs in a road game 3 to paper over a roster gap. The bench has to bench score. The bench did not have the personnel to do it. This is what a midseason trade looks like landing 6 months later. OKC made one in February. San Antonio did not. The depth gap is not a one-night box score. It is a front office decision finally cashing in on the Conference Finals chalkboard. So here is the question the data is forcing. Was Friday a depth surge that regresses by Game 4, or was Friday the structural shape of this series? The honest steel man goes hard. Williams shot 5 of 6 from 3. McCain shot 10 of 21. Both of those lines regress to the mean. Pop does not need to adjust the scheme. The bench differential is paper over a Wemby free throw and one McCain miss away from a one-possession fourth quarter. The series is much closer than the final 15 suggests. That is the book Pop will sell in the locker room before Game 4. Here is why the book is wrong. The bench output is not a hot shooting night. McCain's 24 on 10 of 21 is the same shot diet he ran in Philadelphia all season. Williams' 5 of 6 from 3 is high variance on volume, but the shot itself, the pop above the break against drop coverage, is the single most repeatable open look in the modern NBA. It is exactly what the OKC offensive scheme generates on every primary action. Pop has 2 options: pull the drop and play a small ball 5 who can hedge above the screen that surrenders the rim to Shea, or hold the drop and the McCain-Williams 2-man game keeps generating the same shots. There is no third option. 3 structural levers built this game. Lever 1, distribution. Shea's 12 assists were the trigger. Every drive forced the Spurs anchor to commit. Every commit opened a bench shot. Lever 2, drop coverage bypass. McCain pulled up where the Spurs would not step out. Williams popped above the break where the Spurs had already committed to the rim. The pair attacked the 2 shots drop coverage is built to concede. Lever 3, roster asymmetry. A February midseason trade added the player who broke the record. San Antonio's bench has no equivalent shot creator. The depth gap is a front office decision, not a one-night box score. 3 livers, 1 bench. A record older than half the players who broke it. Game 4 is in San Antonio. Pop has 48 hours to decide. Pull the drop coverage and concede the rim to Shea. Hold the drop and concede the bench again. The chalkboard does not see a clean answer. This series may already be tilting. Next episode of Chalk Tactics, we walk into the East Finals and look at the scheme one coach is betting his series on. Until then.